Hey, it's your girl Raquel May David, and I am so excited to be on here because I heard you say that you wanted some press, you wanted some magazine features, you wanted to be able to be streamed, and I'm here to help. So, if y'all didn't know, I got offered my first TV show, and I want my audience to become your audience. So, if you have an offer, I have an audience. Pull up to me in Dallas, October 11th and 12th. Secure your spot below now. Okay, bye. Hey, y'all. Now, y'all know it is your girl, Raquel May David. I am so excited that you guys are here. Let me go ahead and share this out in a couple of spaces and we're going to get into it. Okay, because honey, we have a situation. All right. So hold on, let me do this for 1 hour. Let me make sure that I am posting in all the right places. All right, y'all. Oh, it's not here. Let me go ahead and post it here. Hey. I'm just giving time for everyone to come into the room. Let me make sure. You say what? What's chat? Oh, what I say? Oh, to the chat. Ow! See, this is what happens when you have people that care about you. Okay, they gonna get you together. They gonna get you what gathered. So what my niece said is I'm supposed to say it's chat on YouTube, but on the Facebook, what you say? Wait for everybody to pull up to the live. To the live. Okay, so we gonna get this verbiage together, y'all. I don't know why y'all left me by myself. That's what the problem was. Y'all left me by myself. Okay, so so I'm so excited that you guys are here. We are going to dive in. It is Tip Tuesday, and your girl has a story to tell. Okay. I don't know how many people have gone through this before and have experienced this. So I want to be the first person to tell this story. Um and for y'all to really tell me if y'all have experienced this, how do you guys feel about it? Um and really just keep it a buck with each other, right? Like at the end of the day, I think a lot of people don't like to tell the truth, but you're gonna get truth on Raquel's live, okay? So so hopefully if you guys are watching this on live, please comment live. If you guys are watching this on the replay, those that are in Facebook, please comment replay. Again, for those of you that are on YouTube, please do not hesitate to go ahead and make a comment. Y'all could say if y'all feel it, y'all understand. You see how they over there just talking in my office? Y'all need to come get her. Let me tell y'all, her name is Janae. She is a luscious Linda. Y'all need to come get her 6 foot behind because she's starting problems. Her, oh, I'm sorry. Correction. She says she is 5'11". All right. And it's Janae. This system is auto typing. Her correct spelling is like the group. So for those of y'all are vintage like me, y'all know that group Janae. It's a group thing. We got a funky swing. Oh, it's a group thing, a group thing. And it's spelled with a Z. So I'm gonna need y'all caption people to go ahead and caption it right. Okay, it's Zhane. Because her mama was loving the 90s. Okay. So, with that being said, we are going to get started with the storytelling while we are talking about the tips. So, want to go ahead and talk about this wonderful story of what I experienced. So wonderful. And I'm hoping that in me telling this story, it gives you guys the ability to, one, not make the same mistake, two, definitely use this as a tip as to how you are going to be able to make positive changes for yourselves moving forward, and apply pressure to this credit game. So y'all know on Tuesdays when I come in here, I want to make sure that you guys have all of the tips for you guys to be a beast in these credit streets. And we can't do that if we don't have this conversation about co-signing on people's stuff. Okay. So y'all ready? Raquel was an amazing, loving young lady. Okay. I thought I was in love with this gentleman friend. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. We together. And sidebar, for y'all that know me, y'all know I stay engaged. Okay. I stay with a nice little fella. I was engaged to everybody I was with, y'all. Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Every time you dated me and they knew I was white material, okay, they were like, we gonna wipe her up. Okay. So my boyfriend that I actually dated, I dated him for 4 years. Okay. We were 18 and he decided that he wanted a cell phone. Now, cell phones ain't like they are now where you have these unlimited packages and all this other stuff. Y'all know back in the day, we used to pay what we weighed for real, for real. Okay. So back then they didn't, I think when I had the cell phone when I was 18, we didn't have night and weekends plan either. So y'all can tell how vintage that time is. Okay. So I'm dating this young man. I think that we're all in. I'm like, okay, we're about to get married. We're together. We're going to be what? Together forever. Y'all, I took the phone back. And I took the phone back because we got into this argument. We got into this situation. And I was like, I ain't finna pay for something and you gonna treat me all crazy and sideways. We're not gonna do that. So so I took the phone back. And of course, me being young and in love, I gave him a beeper. So I bought a beeper. I gave him the beeper. And I was like, this is what we're gonna do. You have a phone in your house. I'm gonna take the cell phone because I work. He did not. Okay, sidebar, y'all. I don't know who has been in this situation like I have, okay? But he was not working and I was working. So I was like, I'm going to take the cell phone back and I'm going to give you the pager. Fast forward, he has the beeper and apparently the young lady that he was talking to on the side had the cell phone number that I took back. So she called the cell phone number. I'm answered and I was like, what's up? And she was like, oh no, I'm trying to talk to. And she didn't mention the guy's name. She actually mentioned the guy's brother's name. But the voice was familiar. I remembered the voice. And I was like, why does it sound like so and so? But she gave a different name. So fast forward, I called my boyfriend and I was like, hey boo, this number called me, da 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 da. Now back then, you did not have caller ID on the cell phone. You had to pay for that feature. And again, I was already paying for the minutes. I wasn't paying for the caller ID. If I don't need to know who the number belonged to, I only answer the numbers I know. Okay. So I go to my job and the number kept calling my phone. So I called from the job. I was working at the Gap in Manhattan, again, 18 years old. I was working at the Gap, and across the street, I was also working at this company called ABC that wrote the contracts for like Mary J. Blige, Roberta Flack, Cheryl Levert, right? So your girl was getting what? Money. So while I'm at work at the Gap job on this particular day, I called the number from the job. Okay. When I called the number from the job, I hung up. And then the number called me back, and boom, it was the girl that I thought he was talking to. Okay. So fast forward, I did not know. Let me be honest. I did not know, but I kind of assumed that he did get a phone, an additional phone when I took my phone back. Because I was kind of like, oh, he's still maneuvering, he's going out, he's making these calls, what's going on? So when I found out it was the girl who was the ex-girlfriend, I was like, okay, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the beeper back. Okay, because y'all know we petty. Okay. I was like, I'm taking the beeper back, I'm taking all the clothes back, I'm taking everything back from him. Like I'm done. Right. So I turn around and I go to the house and the young lady basically was at the house. I was like, cool, this is simple. I'm not a pick me. Go ahead and give me my stuff. You can go be with her. Mind you, the girl's blowing up my phone at work. She's blowing up my phone. Now at this point, she's calling my house because apparently she found my number some kind of way. And I was like, listen, I want everything back. In the interim, I found out that this young man opened a card in my name on top of the fact that he had the cell phone in my name. So car was easy. I called, I reported it. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. But the phone had a contract on it. And because I kind of was aware, I was like, I'm not going to send him to jail. Because again, I still have feelings. Because again, I'm 18. I'm not smart. Okay. I wasn't as smart as I needed to be. So with that being said, I had to figure out how to make these payments, which I couldn't afford because back then you were paying like 25 cents a minute. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you run your mouth like I do, friend, it's a lot of money. So one of the catalysts that started my spiraling and not knowing how to budget was I was very much a co-signer for other people, whether intentionally, from from the standpoint of knowing, or just being oblivious and saying I'm going to help my friend, right? And not really understanding that putting my social security number in conjunction with them now meant that I was liable for that particular item. Okay. When I say y'all, it took me a very long time to get back on track. It really took me a long time to get back on track. So I don't want this to happen to anyone else. Okay. And if this has happened to you, we're going to talk about how we can recover if you have obligated yourself, I call it tether yourself to someone else by going ahead and giving them access to your social, you co-signing for a car, you co-signing for a phone, you co-signing for a credit card, whatever it is. Understand the minute that you do that, you're tethering yourself to the behaviors, whether positive or negative, of that person that you are saying, I'm going to go ahead and make sure if they don't have it, I got it. So let's understand that that's what co-signing means. You're saying to the lender, hey, if their credit is not good enough alone, if their income is not good enough alone, tag me in. I got next. I will go ahead and cover this debt. If you do not have the financial fortitude, if that is not your, and let me tell you something, I know many married people that still do not co-sign on their partners lines of credit, on their cars, on the mortgages. They do not do it, y'all. And that's because they're not willing to encompass the risk of what that debt looks like, because they are aware of their obligations off the bat. So I don't want us to feel like saying no is a bad thing. Protecting your peace and your wallet are the two most important things that you want to make sure you're getting done. Okay. So, with that being said, do not feel like you are wrong for saying no, because your yes really means a lot. Okay. So, yes means I am saying if this person defaults, come holler at me. I'm going to use my paycheck. I'm going to use my side money. I'm going to use my wig bundle money. I'm going to use my nail money to go ahead and make sure that you are paid if my cosigner does not have the accessibility to do so. Now, what I want to do is I want to talk to you guys about some options that you can have when you are helping your partner, your spouse, your friend. If it's not your spouse, again, I think the only time that I find it reasonable is when you have a partnership, such as a relationship. You are husband and wife, or if you guys have a business relationship and contracts in place. If that's what you guys want to do, that's completely fine. However, what I'm going to say is until you have a ring, you are single. Until you say I do, you single. So all the bills is singly yours and all my bills is singly mine. So what we want to do is make sure our partner or the person that we care about, whether it's our children, our cousins, our brothers, have the right credit to get what it is that they want. So number one, if you don't know, before you go applying for anything, y'all go ahead and check to see what your credit score is. I hate hearing my clients or my friends get bummed out because of a denial. But if you pull your own credit score, you do not receive an impact for knowing your numbers. It's yours. You need to know them. Okay. So before you go and you push the button and you decide that you're going to go ahead and apply for anything, y'all, please go ahead and pull your report and find out what your scores are. All right. Once you are aware of what your scores are, I want you to then go ahead and see if there's a way for you to find out if that particular lender, what credit report are they pulling, or Equifax, TransUnion, or Experian. And there are different tools that helps you do that. Okay. If you guys want to know where you can find it out, comment secret. I promise you, I got a secret, and I will go ahead and DM you the link to the secret lenders list. It tells you what they approve. It tells you what credit bureau they pull from. It gives you all of the details so that you can be empowered while you're making the choice to go forward and try to apply for credit. So that's one. Two, When you are making a decision to take on debt, be very clear on what your budget is now. And also, are you preparing yourself for a rainy day? A lot of times we take on debt saying, I have this job pays me a great amount. I'm not worried about it. And you are absolutely correct. But as we saw during COVID, some people lose their jobs mid season, some jobs downsize. If y'all are aware, the other day, people were going to Tesla and they weren't able to get to work, right? Like this is a real situation that happens. And what happens is if you can barely sustain your own budget, why would you then encompass that of someone else? You want to set them up for success. So, one, know your numbers. Two, find out what that creditor is looking for. And three, if you get a denial, stop throwing those denials in the trash. Okay. It is telling your partner or your friend or your son, it's telling them what they need to work on and secure in order to get that yes. A lot of people go into debt for their children. A lot of people go into debt for their partners and their best friends because they want to be ride till they die. I ain't dying no more. I'm a ride, but I ain't finna die. Okay. In order to go ahead and do that, I have to be very strategic on making sure that I can honor myself and my commitment. So, guys, be really, really careful when you are making the decision to co sign for someone else. You are putting yourself at risk to drop your credit score, impact your utilization, because if that's a credit card, and they max out that credit card, it's hurting you just as much as it's hurting them. So every authorized user that you not only add to your account, but you give them a card so they can be swipe happy, understand that that is impacting you on the back end as well. So we want to make sure that holistically you are able to make movements within your credit seamlessly. So focus on these things. If someone asks you, can you cosign? Ask these questions. Number one, is it a good idea for me to do this? Can I afford it if they default? Can I use it if they default on it and I have to take over the payment? Because let me be clear, y'all. If you're paying for a car, but that car is somebody else driving and it's in your name and this, no, no, no. You have to be clear that you can either take it and sell it or you can take it and use it. If those things are not in alignment in your current budget, the answer is a no. Full sentence. All right. Don't be like me, y'all. Okay. I was dumb and in love. Okay. I loved him. I loved him. I loved him. However, now I love my credit and my peace more. So I'm not making those same choices. Even when it comes to my kids, when they say that they want to purchase something or they want something, we go and we do a research. What does that creditor, where does that creditor pull from? What is the lowest score that we've ever noticed to get approved? And we look at their numbers and then we go ahead and say, okay, what are the pieces in the blocks that you're missing? Right? My kids do have high scores mostly because they were already on my credit report. So they already have age. I mean, they were already on my credit cards. So they have age. I also made sure that the first account that they had was not a student loan. So the first account that they had was a credit card as soon as they turned 18. That was the first thing I applied for. And then the second thing was their student loan. Well, for my oldest son anyway. My second son, he went to a trade school. We pay cash, don't have a problem with it, right? However, the goal is to set them up for success, but also understanding that we have to make sure that they're making the money that is needed to cover that particular item that they want to buy. And if they are not making the money, then we're having the conversation of what do you need to do to make this money to cover it? Or what else can we look at that is in a lower pricing point that is within your budget? And then we can upgrade. Let me be clear, everyone is always so concerned about having the grand everything. It is okay to have a starter. It's okay to have a starter car. It's okay to have a starter house. It's okay to have a starter anything because you started. Your first everything does not have to be a Land Rover, a Lamborghini, a BMW. That may not be your story. And it is okay. If that is your end goal and that's your destination, you're going to get it. But if you cannot afford the repairs for a Lambo, if you cannot afford a repairs for a BMW, do not let someone else's wanting to live a certain lifestyle make you go ahead and X yourself out of your good credit, out of your good name, out of your good reputation. So, y'all know I had to give y'all my business today. And for y'all that know me, you know I like to keep it straight, no chaser. I was dumb. I was dumb. But he and I are still really good friends. Look, we were still good friends until he passed. He was an amazing dad. He was an amazing person. I just was young and I thought that I could have controlled everything. And I co-signed for a lot of things, not just for my ex-partner, but even for friends, because I wanted to have these level of relationships and I wanted everyone to be successful. So I was willing to put my name down, but not understanding that meant that when they defaulted, we defaulted. And if I didn't have the money to pay for it, it was going to impact me. I don't want that to be y'all. Okay. So don't co-sign unless you have the money and the capital to do so. Stop applying for stuff unless you know you have what? The credit to get the yes. And if you choose to apply, knowing you don't have the credit to get the yes, but you want to see what's missing, you can choose to do that. And if you want to book a call with me, y'all stop playing, click the link. Y'all know I'm here to talk to y'all. So excited for the mentorship group. Tonight we are covering student loans and I am super excited about that. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, or comments, remember I'm your girl Raquel May David. It is my pleasure to help you be a beast in these credit streets. And I look forward to stalking y'all on the flip side. Bye. Hey guys, hey, it's your girl Raquel May David, and I am so excited to be on here because I heard you say that you wanted some press, you wanted some magazine features, you wanted to be able to be streamed, and I'm here to help. So, if y'all didn't know, I got offered my first TV show, and I want my audience to become your audience. So, if you have an offer, I have an audience. Pull up to me in Dallas, October 11th and 12th. Secure your spot below now. Okay, bye.